The sentence that broke everything. I want to live for myself. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't cry. And somehow, that made it worse. I stood there, staring at her like I didn't recognize the woman I had built my life with. What does that even mean? I asked. She looked tired. Not angry, just done. It means I don't know who I am anymore, she said. I've been living for everyone else. For you. For expectations. For what a perfect life should look like. Her words hit harder than any insult ever could. Free from what? I said. From me? She didn't answer. That silence said everything. And instead of understanding, I got defensive. Cold. Then not in my house. The moment those words left my mouth, something shattered. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just quietly. Like love does when it begins to die. She nodded slowly. Okay. That was it. No shouting. No begging. Just acceptance. That night, she packed her bags. And I stood there, waiting for her to stop. But she didn't. And when the door closed behind her, I told myself I had won. I didn't realize. I had just lost everything. The silence that followed. The house felt different. Empty. Not just physically, but emotionally. Her laughter used to fill these walls. Now even the clock ticking felt too loud. At first, I convinced myself I was right. She chose this. She wanted freedom. But the longer the silence stayed, the louder my thoughts became. Weeks passed. Then months. I heard about her from others. She looks happier, someone said. That hurt. But then they added. Not completely though. And somehow, that hurt even more. One night, I found an old photo of us. We were laughing. Holding each other like nothing else mattered. And that's when it hit me. She didn't want to leave me. She just didn't want to lose herself. And I made her choose between the two. Months later, I saw her again. By accident. Same eyes. Same presence. But something had changed. Strength. Distance. Growth. Hi, I said. Hi, she replied. It felt like talking to someone I used to know. I heard you're doing well, I said. I'm learning, she replied. Then she asked. Are you? I paused. And for the first time, I told the truth. No. We talked. Really talked. No ego. No arguments. Just honesty. I didn't want to leave you, she said. I just needed space to feel alive again. And I didn't know how to give you that, I admitted. We both looked at each other, realizing the same thing. Love was still there. But something else had changed. The truth we learned too late. After that meeting, we didn't rush back into each other's lives. No dramatic reunion. No sudden happily ever after. Just distance. But a different kind this time. Not forced. Not painful. Just necessary. We started talking occasionally. Simple messages. How are you? Did you eat? Take care. It felt strange. Like rebuilding something from ashes. Without knowing if it would ever become a home again. One evening, she sent a message. Can we meet? My heart raced. Not with excitement. But with something deeper. Fear. Hope. Regret. All mixed together. We met at a quiet cafe. The kind of place where people come to think. or to say things they've been avoiding. She looked calm, stronger than before. But her eyes still carried history. "I'd been thinking," she said. I nodded. So had I. About us. Silence filled the space between us. Not uncomfortable. Just heavy. "I found myself," she said softly. "And?" I asked. She smiled faintly. "And I realized something." I held my breath. "I loved you," she said. "And a part of me always will." That word. Loved. Past tense. It hit harder than anything before. "But I can't go back to who I was," she continued. "And I'm afraid, if we try again, we might repeat the same mistakes." I looked down. Because deep inside, I knew she was right. "I've changed," I said quietly. "I know," she replied. "So have I." Another silence. But this time, it felt like goodbye. "Do you think we met at the wrong time?" I asked. She smiled sadly. "No," she said. "I think we met at the right time, but we didn't understand love the right way." That was the moment I understood everything. Love isn't about holding on tightly. It's about giving space. Without losing connection. And I learned that only after losing her. We stood up. No tears. No drama. Just two people who loved each other deeply, but couldn't return to what they once were. As she walked away, she turned one last time and said something I will never forget. "Thank you for loving me the best way you knew how." And just like that, she was gone. Not out of anger. Not out of hate. But out of growth. I went home. Sat in the same empty house. But this time, it didn't feel cold. It felt honest. Because for the first time, I understood. Broken heart. We didn't lose each other because we stopped loving, we lost each other because we learned too late how to love right.